I also like really enjoyed the conversation, and I'm actually like really curious about your singing skills as well. So it would be really nice if you just sing two lines only.
Um, okay, which song should I sing? Okay, so
Okay.
okay, so there is this one old Bollywood song.
That you speak English very fluently. So, like when you speak like this in front of your friends or in front of your cousins who are of your age, what's their reaction?
Hmm. So when I speak English with my friends, they always kind of like mock me and taunt me that that you are being too much. That they tell me that I shouldn't talk in English that much because in school,
So you learned all this English on your own.
I mean, kind of. I knew the basics of English from my school. I knew the grammar and all of that. I just learned how to speak it by my own.
Oh, that's amazing. So, like, who motivated you to do it? Like your parents, your siblings, friends?
It was my mom actually. Okay, so my mom is from a Hindi medium school, and at one point in her life, she had to give a presentation at her office, and and she did not know English as she was from a Hindi medium school, and there the people told her that why don't you speak in English? We are not able to understand your Hindi. Actually, it was in some other place in Delhi. It was a place where there were not many Hindi speakers. So
Mhm.
that's why people were asking my mom to speak in English and she couldn't. And she felt really bad and, kind of embarrassed and humiliated. And she told me that she wanted me to be fluent in English and she wanted me to be so confident while speaking English so that I could not face that humiliation in my future. So she was the one who motivated me.
So it was actually a blessing in disguise for her because that motivated her to motivate you for learning English.
Yeah,
So she must be very proud of you.
I think so. She is.
Does she watch your videos?
Yeah, she watches my videos, but not on a regular basis. Sometimes like maybe once a week or something.
What does she say? That, oh, you're speaking so fluently or you're so confident.
No, to be honest, she always points out my mistakes and tells me that there's always scope for improvement.
Yeah, I think we are all a work in progress and there's always, room for improvement. So
Yeah,
it's a good thing, like telling you to keep working hard on yourself, which is amazing.
yeah.
So yeah, so I've always been like, fond of different languages. So that's why I thought that I think this profession will be like really cool for me. I'll be able to handle this profession.
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
I'm very fond of learning languages, learning new languages. And during the lockdown, during the pandemic, I tried to learn many languages during for with the help of like YouTube or some apps, but I couldn't. I found it was very difficult.
Yeah, yeah, and it requires a lot of time, you have to invest a lot of time.
Yeah,
So which language did you try to learn?
I tried to learn Spanish and French.
Wow, same here. Yo quiero aprender español.
Yeah,
I also tried to learn Spanish and also Korean, but I couldn't learn it because, same thing, you have to invest a lot of time,
yeah.
and I'm under time constraint.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Yeah.
correct. We have to spend a lot of time. And even I tried learning Korean, but since it's like an East Asian language, and usually East Asian languages are very difficult, the characters and all of it are very difficult. So I just learned how to read it, and then I just gave up. I could not understand anything more than that.
So, like, what inspired you to learn Korean? Is there any specific reason?
I wanted to learn at least one East Asian language because I thought that they sound very pretty and East Asian languages, I just really like them. And at first, I tried learning Chinese. I couldn't. I gave up. Then I tried learning Japanese. I couldn't. Even then, I gave up. And then the last option, the easiest option was Korean. So that's why I took it up.
That's amazing. So, there's actually a reason as to why I wanted to learn Korean because I'm obsessed with Korean dramas. Like, I have watched 100 plus Korean dramas so far.
Oh, that's great. Even I have I know many Korean dramas, but I haven't really watched any of them.
Okay, you should. I mean, if you're interested in like watching fantasy and stuff like that, then you better watch Korean dramas. They are like really amazing. But I guess you don't have that much of a time because you're still like in school and you're studying all the time, right?
Yeah. But maybe I could watch it like once a week or sometime.
Yeah. That seems to be a possibility. So, so are you like also interested in BTS or something like that?
I used to be interested in them, but I think, in the pandemic, I really got interested into Korean music and pop music. But after the pandemic ended and after we got back to our usual lives, I just got a little bit busy. And that's why I just left
Mhm.
all of that.
Okay. So do you consider yourself an army or just a normal
Yeah, just a
fan?
normal fan.
Normal fan. Okay, that's great. I actually was a army at one point, but not anymore, I guess.
Yeah,
Because when you get to these kind of things, it's very hard to get out of it. And then you become distracted from like focusing on your studies.
yeah.
Yeah. So we actually had decided to like ask these random questions, and instead of doing that, we started talking about other things because you seem like a very interesting person, and I couldn't resist myself from asking about you.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I have this one more question that you speak English very fluently. So, like when you speak like this in front of your friends or in front of your cousins who are of your age, what's their reaction?
Hmm. So when I speak English with my friends, they always kind of like mock me and taunt me that that you are being too much. That they tell me that I shouldn't talk in English that much because in schools it's kind of unusual to speak in English with your friends because here we usually speak in Hindi with our friends all the time, and when we speak in English, it just seems a little odd. And my friends just interrupt me and tell me speak in Hindi, not in English. And when it comes to my
Oh,
cousins, one of my cousins, I think he actually spent a few years of his childhood in Europe, in some country, I think it was Belgium. So that's why he is more comfortable in speaking in English. So most of the time I speak with him in English.
okay, that's really amazing. So your school friends, they don't know English that much, right?
They know English, but it's more like theoretical English and the English that we learn mainly for our tests and exams, not just basic spoken English.
Yeah, like they are not as fluent as you are, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's why they kind of get hesitate. I mean, they become hesitant while talking with you. Okay,
Maybe.
and by the way, what's your spirit animal?
I never really checked that.
Okay, like any animal that you can relate to, like any animal that you think that you're also like that animal. You have some characteristics which are similar to that animal.
I guess a cat, maybe.
My God, same here. Okay, so cat is also my favorite animal, and also I think that cat is also my like spirit animal because they are a loner, first of all, and they are also moody. So they just only show affection to you when they are in that mood. Otherwise, they are like enjoy their own company.
Yes.
So do you have a cat?
No, I had parrots as pets, and my grandmother used to have cats, but no, no parrots and no cats now.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so this is actually a very silly question. Do you eat or drink soup?
I think I drink soup, but if I'm eating breadcrumbs with the soup, then I'm eating it.
Wow, very smart answer.
Thank.
Okay, so which supernatural creature would you like to turn into? Vampire, werewolf, witch, fairy, angel, or shapeshifter?
I'm shapeshifter because then I'll be able to impersonate anyone, like just anyone. I could turn into a human, an animal, anyone, a dead person maybe. I could be anyone.
Yeah, that will be like super cool. So who would you like to turn into?
My mom maybe. My mom is very authoritative all the time and she scolds me all the time. And it would be good to like feel how it is to be in her position.
Wow, it seems like you're really inspired by your mom, and that's really amazing. Your mom must be a great person.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Okay, so which superpower would you like to have? Time traveling, pausing time, or going into any alternate dimension?
I think time traveling because then I'll be able to go back into my past or like, go to the future, see how things turn out to be, see what I'm doing in the future. Maybe get some suggestions from my future self about how to live life properly and not to make mistakes and all of that.
But like, doesn't that scare you a little bit? Like, for example, in my case, I would never go in the future. I probably will go in the past, but not in the future because I'm like, what's going to happen in the future? If, I mean, I'm like super scared of seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a thing, yes.
Yeah.
And we both have
Yeah.
so many similarities. It was a really nice conversation with you. We have so many similarities.
Yeah, yeah. And I also like really enjoyed the conversation, and I'm actually like really curious about your singing skills as well. So it would be really nice if you just sing 2 lines only.
Um, okay, which song should I sing? Okay, so
Okay.
okay, so there is this one old Bollywood song, Ye Sama. It's in Hindi. I'll just sing it for you. Okay.
Okay.
ये समा समा है ये प्यार का किसी के इंतजार का दिल ना चुरा ले कहीं मेरा मौसम बहार का ये समा.
Oh,
Awesome.
incredible. Amazing. You have such a melodious voice. I
Thank you.
mean,
Thank you.
I mean, why don't you just consider about becoming a professional singer? There's a possibility of that happening.
Yeah, it could be a possibility. We do not know what the future holds for us.
Yeah, I mean, you're singing without any training, right? You're very young and you haven't gotten any kind of training in singing, right?
I have got some training. I'm learning how to sing Indian classical music.
Wow, that's amazing. So why don't you make a YouTube channel for singing as well?
Fun fact, when my YouTube channel started, I used to upload singing covers, but now I just deleted all of that and switched to the English genre.
Same thing happened with me. I had a channel which was all about singing, and I deleted that channel.
Wow.
So we have similarities. Wow.
Yeah.
I actually have interviews on TV as well. So I'm gonna send you the link of the interview that I gave on TV, and then you can get the idea.
Wow, it would be great.
Oh, yeah. So, would you like to ask anything?
I do not really have anything in my mind, but I just say that it was an amazing conversation. I absolutely enjoyed it.
Same here, yeah. Same here. I really love the conversation, and I really hope that we will stay connected.
Yeah, same, same.
Yeah, yeah. Sure. So, should we end the session?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Your voice is breaking up a little. I cannot hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. So I was saying that should we end the session?
Yeah, sure, we can end it.
Okay, great. So we'll talk later on. It was really fun talking to you. Take care of yourself and goodbye.
Okay then. Bye bye.
Bye.